welcome to our first podcast episode for
At Our Place.
At Our Place with Megan and Sherell.
Yay.
My name is Megan. This is my wife, Sherell.
Hello.
Yes, we are married and we make music and we make love.
We make a lot of things together, including
Um,
music and love.
Yeah. Welcome to our first podcast where we just hang out. So, yeah.
Yeah. Why did we call it At Our Place?
Because we're at our place and we want, I don't know, we like having people over for dinner and just seeing how they're doing and real talk and gossip and
Yeah. We like having people over for like brunch and breakfast and dinner and all that stuff. We just like having community in our house. So it's like you're at our place. And that's kind of what we wanted this vibe for the podcast to be.
yeah,
How are you doing, baby?
it's like low pressure. I'm doing good. It was like really nerve-wracking. Like we've never done a podcast before, so I'm like trying to keep my cool and not be nervous because we're just talking to each other like we normally do. So
Yeah.
yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. I feel like I was stressed before, but now I'm doing pretty good. Just a little sleepy. Lico was whining late into the night, and then I woke up at 6:30 because somebody pretended she was sleeping and couldn't hear him.
What? Okay, yeah. So I like you. Okay, Aliko is like our 2-year-old Australian Shepherd.
Our 2-year-old son.
Yeah, Australian Shepherd. He's crazy. And we have an older 8 or 9-year-old Australian Shepherd named Caius. And then sometimes in the middle of the night, Aliko, the younger one, will like whine at us because he's sleeping in the hallway. And sometimes I like just try to ignore it and I'm like sleeping.
I can't believe you did that. I literally looked over at you and I thought, oh, she's sleeping. She looks so peaceful. She's in such a deep sleep. I'll just be nice and go up. And I was super quiet.
I like felt her. I was like still rock pretending to sleep because I was like
so serene.
I was like, I hope Sherell will think I'm asleep so that she gets up and lets him go to the bathroom.
You
so
probably
I
had
can
a grin on your face when I left the room. You're so sneaky. You're not slick. Well, I got up at 6:30 on a Saturday to go handle Lico and feed them and all that stuff. So you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So I slept really well, and I had a great time. My mom also was visiting us last night, and she brought over some dinner.
Shout out to Crystal.
Yeah, hi, Mom. We know you're listening to our first podcast
Our
episode.
only fan.
But yeah, so she came last night. She brought over some dinner, which is nice because, you know, we don't go out that often.
You literally just reminded me I have leftovers of it, and now I'm very excited for lunch after this.
That's the best. It's the best feeling. I don't have any leftovers, so.
But yeah, I'm doing good too. I loved having your mom over, and a little sleepy, so I'll probably take a nap after this.
Yeah, honestly, probably will. What else have we been doing this week?
Well, what's been going on in the world? What's been going on with us? Oh, Tuesday. Wait, was it Tuesday? No, it was Wednesday. I watched the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
That was awesome.
Sherell was like standing in the living room and like I just love it because I didn't grow up in a family that like love you fam. We didn't really watch that much sports. None of us really did that many sports at all, unathletic. So like watching my favorite person like in the living, you were like standing, you were like stressing because it was 2 minutes before.
It was a really good game.
It was 2 minutes before the World Cup, and you were like, babe, I can't figure out how to get it on the TV. So you were all stressed about that.
Working.
And then once you finally got it on, you were like standing the whole time, pacing around the living room.
We were behind. We've never been behind in a World Cup before. I was stressed out the first half of the game.
Yeah. And I was like at my computer working on something. I can't remember. But I was like half watching, half hanging out. But I just made me like see another part of you that I really liked. You were like yelling at the at the TV. You were like, no, or like, it's your time. like You're like encouraging them and like yelling at them. It was like so funny.
I guess you haven't seen that side of me.
Yeah. So
I don't think I've taken you to like a live game anywhere either. We
it
should
would
go.
be really fun.
We should do that.
And they're having another one on Tuesday. Part
Another
two.
one.
They're doing part 2 of the FIFA World Cup on Tuesday.
Part
so
2.
you have that on our calendar.
Oh my gosh. Yes,
joint
we're
calendar.
gonna watch the U.S. women's national team against Portugal, I believe.
Cool.
So, that'll be a
So
good game.
ready.
You're gonna get
So
into
ready.
it. We're gonna do it. You're gonna
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah, I'll try to get into it.
So yeah, I think that's really what's been going on in the world. What's been going on with like you and life this week?
Not much. Just work and play and just kidding. The Barbie movie came out. Everybody's talking about it. We haven't seen it yet.
That's getting on my nerve. Not the Barbie movie, but everybody's like the burning of Barbies. Just the outrage.
I really want to see the movie because I heard literally from every person in my life that it's really good. So we should go see it like as soon as possible.
I'm for sure wanting to go see it. I get annoyed that everything has to be controversial.
I know.
And people get offended. Like, I'm annoyed at all of these newscasters that are like, this is, what did they say? Like, this is an assault on all men.
Yeah. Those poor guys.
I know. Like, why are you so fragile? It's a doll.
I'm so upset.
And it's a commentary on something that's actually happening.
Yeah. Did you ever play with Barbie dolls?
Yeah, I did. I played with Barbies. Me and my little sister. She's like 4 years younger than me. Hi, Mo. We had Barbies. We had like Dr. Barbies, Barbie's Dream House. We had like that little pink convertible for Barbie.
Oh my gosh, you were like I feel like we didn't have, like we played with like Polly Pockets. Do you know what those are?
Yeah, I liked Polly
Like
Pockets.
tiny
but
little
we mainly
dolls?
had, my little sister had more Polly Pockets.
Oh yeah. And my little sister Rachel had was it My Little Pony? Like the little, or was it like the pets? Oh, gosh, what are they called?
I don't know. This is like a different generation than me.
Well, when I knew when I went to a friend's house and they had like the Barbie convertible, I was like, whoa, they're rich. Like they
It's like
have
$12 at Walmart.
Well, it's big. It's like a giant plastic dream house and the car and all the little accessories. I was like, whoa, like that's a big deal.
They've made it in life.
They made it, like they got it good.
Luxury Barbie.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I feel like that's what's happening in the world for everyone.
Is the Barbie movie. Love it or hate it.
And the FIFA World Cup.
Well, what I find is hilarious, if I'm related to, I have 6 brothers. Mm-hmm. So I'm related to all these like men, and I've got like nephews and stuff, and nobody wants to say that they're going to see the Barbie movie. So everybody's like, I'm going to go see Oppenheimer. Oh yeah, I'm going to go see. And I just think it's so funny because that's like clearly like a man's movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like the action movie of the year.
Just making sure people know that you're not attending a certain type of movie.
Yeah, I'm like, go see the Barbie movie. I know you want to.
I know.
Just go see it. No shame. I'm going to see both.
And be like, I'm taking my daughter to see it. That'd be cute. Like,
I'm for sure going to go see both. But I'm proud of them because my nephews went to go see Little Mermaid. So that was cool.
That's true. Yeah. It's a big year for women. Big year for us.
Well, in some aspects.
We're directing movies. We're playing soccer. We're
doing things in the world.
We're like being recognized.
Yeah.
Go us.
Go us.
So yeah, we want to have like a topic every week that we talk about. We like hash out. So this week we want to talk about hospitality.
Yeah, because your mom was just here.
Yeah, we were literally talking about it last night.
Oh no.
And this morning.
Well,
so I feel like it's like a hot topic.
It is a little hot topic. And I'm like, I don't want this to become like dip back into the little disagreement we had last night. It won't.
But yeah, we have different perspectives on hospitality. Different. Like I feel like my house growing up was like, okay, you know what my mom literally said last night? I think she was like, oh, when I have somebody come over to the house, I'm like, how fast can they get themselves their own water? That's what she said. Because she was like,
hey, that's what she did to me.
well, yeah, it's like, how fast can you feel like this is your home? There's no pressure. There's
I
nothing.
like that. I get
So
that.
that's where I am coming from. So I'm basically like, oh, somebody's coming over. We could just, tidy up a little bit, but it
So you
doesn't have to
guys-
be high pressure.
So you guys didn't do the mad dash before guests came over where your parents told you to like
No.
clean everything?
It was maybe like vacuuming because that was my chores growing up, and I barely ever did it. So it's like, okay, I gotta do my chore before somebody else comes over.
some things.
But yeah, you're different.
Yeah. Well, my dad is a colonel in the Air Force. So he's very like commanding. He's not a jerk. He's just he has a presence. So for us growing up, it was like, okay, people are coming over after church. That means you have 40 minutes to clean the whole house. And everybody has like 5 different chores that we had to do. But like I grew up in a house of 6 kids and like 14 pets at one time.
Kind of need some structure with that. We had me and my 2 siblings, and it was like, I don't know. Frankly, my mom probably did a lot of the cleaning and stuff, so I feel a little bit bad. But now,
it's okay. We're paying it back now.
Yeah. So our main thing last night was like, Sherell was like, I need the whole house to be perfect before people come over, and that just makes sense. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, but like that's too much work almost.
Well,
But
I feel like, I think I know I have OCD as well. And so not everybody with OCD functions the same way.
yeah.
But for me, like I get obsessed about certain things with cleanliness. So for me, it would be devastating. And it's also how I show honor to somebody is if you're coming into my house and my house is clean, that's how I'm honoring you. And I think I learned that from my dad.
And I love that. Like, that's why that's like one of the many things I love about you is like, I feel peaceful and clean in our house. And I feel like we're being intentional towards like the house being put together, especially when people come over. But I think for some reason last night I was just like, we don't have to do everything. I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, I think we found out like you just have different priorities and different values. Like we are hospitable in different ways, but I feel like they're complementary to each other. Yeah,
it's like a little bit of like, oh, and get your own water and be at home, and then a little bit of like, we're gonna make our house like a hotel for you. So yeah, I like both of that.
Well, and for me, like I want you to come over, and the funny thing is like I did this to you when we were friends, and then when we were dating each other too. Like I was the same way. I would spend forever cleaning my house, make everything look a certain way because I wanted you to be like, I wanted you to feel peace walking into the home.
Well, yeah, like when we were like. So we were like friends, dating, married, basically. The old.
Isn't that how everyone is? Well, isn't that literally how it works?
Well, some people are like
friends,
go on dates.
Enemies, dating, enemies, married.
No, some people like go on like dates and stuff like that. I don't. We kind of like fell
sometimes
into
people
it.
aren't friends first.
Yeah, we like fell into the friendship and then like a little bit deeper. Where was I even going with that? Oh, but yeah, with like in the beginning stages when we were friends, you would like invite me over to your place to watch a movie or whatever, and the place would be spotless. Your room would be clean. Your like bed would be made.
The she was in my room in my bed.
You showed me around. The counters would be clean. Occasionally, I would like sleep over, but I really like. Your space felt nice to be in. So I get that. And then you would come over and what would you see?
Chaos. But to be fair, like I'm 5 years older than you. So I feel like during that phase of our lives, like you were a senior in college and you lived with all of your college roommates. And I shared a home with my friend who owned the home. So it was like, we were in our, well, I don't think we were in our 30s yet, but we were in or near our 30s at that time. So we were just like, we weren't in college anymore. We were like adults.
You were full grown adult.
No, I hate that phrase. Oh my gosh,
I
hate
say
that
all
phrase.
the time. I'm like, if you're an adult at 18, technically, or whatever. But like, when you expect when you expect somebody to act like an adult, I can't talk.
Somebody.
When you expect someone to be an
But
it's like when you're
like an
talking
adult, they should act like it.
okay, just hear me out. When
I'm
somebody's
listening.
like, when you're talking about, oh, this person's like going to eat dinner, you're not like, that's
Who are you?
you're not like, that's full grown adult. But when you're like,
got it.
they need to pay their bills, they're a full grown adult. That it's like extra emphasis. That's what I say.
So you're a full grown adult, not when you're legally an adult, but when you can do adult things.
You are like full grown adult when your like brain is like matured, or you're
So, like,
married, you have
27.
kids, like whatever. Like you're like something.
That seems like it's a moving target.
Well, it's like it's used for emphasis. That's what I say. Why
I
don't
get
you?
that.
Why don't you like that?
I don't like it because I feel like if you're 18 or let's say 21, then you're an adult. So the thing that I get frustrated about being around so many college students is I feel like a lot of times, and not everyone, but a lot of times it gives people just license to not be mature and not be responsible because they're quote unquote not full grown adults. So it annoys me because we've lived in like a frat house area before, and I've caught like these frat guys like literally peeing on our fence and throwing their beer cans at our dog and all this stuff.
Well, that's when I would say
they're not full grown
they
adults.
are full grown adults. They need to be cleaning their yard or whatever. Like, you know what? That's when that's when it's like, you know.
Okay, I think that's why it's just always frustrating me then, because I'm like looking at them going, you are over the age of 21.
It's like reality check.
You are an adult, but you're not acting like it. Like, that annoys me. So that's why I don't know. It's not that deep for me, but.
No, that's just how I talk.
No, I
where
get
were
it.
we?
Full grown adults.
Well.
Oh, yeah. So circle back. That's why. That was off topic. That is why when I met you, my house was clean and all that stuff was because I was an adult. Like, I was a full grown adult. And also there was that thing in me that's like, I think I might like this girl. And I wanted to present myself in a certain way where people would take me seriously. So I didn't have my bed pushed up against the side of the room anymore. Like, I had matching furniture and matching bed set. I cleaned my house because I wanted to be an adult, and I wanted to, I don't know, probably be impressive and probably be taken seriously and probably be seen in a certain.
I took you very serious.
Well, good, but also like I'm not serious at all a lot of the time. So I think I just like to present myself in a certain way. And when my mother-in-law is coming over to our house, I don't want her to walk in and see dirty dishes. And
that's true,
because she's also the type of person who would clean it, you know. And I don't want her spending her little amount of time with us cleaning our house.
I'm sure she appreciated it. It was just a funny little tip.
It was an argument that lasted for 40 minutes last night.
You're obsessing too hard. You're obsessing too little.
You don't care about all the things I've done. You care too much.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's that one, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what's our value? You remember when we were just married and on our honeymoon, we wrote out like our family values?
Yes, we did that.
And we put hospitality as one. Like, what is our family like definition of hospitality? Like, what do we as a family believe about it?
I think we care about it a lot because like we like, I don't know, like all of our friends and our like close family, like we like to like sit down and have real talk and like be in a place that's clean and peaceful, and like we just want people to feel like extremely welcome when they come to our house. Like we just don't have people here all the time, so when we like choose someone to be like at our house, we like want them to feel welcome.
Yeah, I kind of want them to be a part of our little family while they're here with us.
Yeah, I mean, because they're part of our family like outside of here, so it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Did you guys ever, when you were growing up, did you guys ever have people stay with you for like an extended period of time, or have people over for dinner that, you know?
Well, yeah, if we like had a family friend come over, I think we would like clean the whole house and stuff. But if we like had a family member like staying in the garage room with us like for months on end or weeks on end, it was kind of like not cleaning up specifically for them, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, you're in our house. I don't know.
I think my family's just always had this value on what I call being radically hospitable, because I don't see it that often. But like, we grew up overseas, so we were around a lot of airmen who were away from their families for you know, Sundays or just during the week or for holidays. Like they couldn't go back to the States to be with their family, so we always had people over. Like, I would say at every holiday we probably had somebody over that I didn't really know. And we every Sunday we always, like, my dad would treat people to lunch out, or we'd have people in our home. So we were just always taking care of people. And I think as an adult, I have that in me, and my siblings do too, where we're just always trying, like, we are always bringing people in to our family and into our home.
You know what I think it's like, I think I realized as a guest, tables turned. I feel loved when like when I show up to somebody's house and I'm fully like, just like nothing has changed about the house, nothing has like nobody's welcoming me at the door, blah blah blah. I feel a little bit kind of like off put.
Like, what do you mean nothing's changed at the house?
No, like if I show up to like hang out with somebody at their house or stay there, if it's like, oh, you know, just hang out wherever, like,
oh, like it doesn't matter whether or not you're there, nobody really cares.
Then I don't like that. But if I show up and everything's pristine and it's like stay in your, like, do your own thing, then I also don't like it, because it's like, I want to show up, I want things to be clean for me, I want to feel welcomed, and I want to like join in on whatever the people are doing at the house. So I think that's like the perfect mix, where it's not like too clean and rigid, but not too like chaotic.
You know, one time where I felt that the most, like with us as a couple, do you remember when we went to like Beth and John's wedding? Shout out to Beth and John. What up? Do you remember when we went and stayed with our friends?
Yeah, that was so nice. Like, they had like, the house is always immaculately clean. There's candles everywhere. There's clean sheets. There's blah, blah, blah. We literally showed up and they were like, what are you drinking? Here's a bunch of food.
They texted us on the road. They were like, what do you guys want? And we showed up and there were drinks made already.
Yeah, I felt really loved. And that was really nice.
Yeah, we stayed with them for like 10 days. And it was awesome. It was like having our own little Airbnb within their home, but then fully being a member of their family at the same time.
Yeah,
it was a good time. So I feel like that's kind of my like example.
Let's do that.
That's how I want to be hospitable.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
With the charcuterie boards and the what are you drinking type vibe.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. Well, I think that's like our first chit chat session for our podcast. Do we have anything we want to promote?
We got some gigs coming up. For those of you who don't know, we are in a band together called Speaking of Roses.
Yeah, we're pretty new, pretty fresh.
Yeah, pretty new, pretty fresh. We've been doing it for a couple months. Well, we've been doing music before that, but together we have been doing this for a couple months. And I think we have a couple gigs coming up. I don't know when the podcast will be released, but August 5th, we've got Slow Republic Market. Slow Public Market.
Sorry,
I cannot read
my
your handwriting.
I do. August 5th, we're playing at Slow Public Market for a summer event thing. August 13th, we are playing at a showcase in Cambria for the Feminine Collective.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
It's sold out.
We
are playing acoustically. It's going to be really beautiful.
We've got like a bunch of our friends joining us on the set.
For those people that are like, we don't even know your music, we don't even care, which is like, whatever. My name is Megan Stonson, and I play my own music before we met. And then
I'm Sherell Jane, and I played my own music before we met.
Yeah, we met doing a music showcase. So
yeah,
after a long time of being together, been 2 years married, we just decided to join forces and make awesome music. So
yeah, and then we got another one on the 18th, baby.
Yes, August 18th we're playing at Sensorio, the light show thing in Paso Robles. It's really cool. It's like an art exhibit, and then there's like music and wine and all that good stuff. Little
Pretty
fire
sure they
pits.
have a taco stand too, which is my jam. So
we're playing there, and that's all that we have to promote. We're slowly working on recording music and stuff, but other than that.
All right, well, I guess that's it for the first one. First one in the books. Good job, baby.
You too.
Well, thanks for hanging out at our place.
We'll see you again soon.
Hey, bye.